No matter how perfect a narcissist pretends to be, they too make mistakes like everyone else because they're human beings. But what happens when there is an overwhelming amount of evidence proving they are incompetent, that they have messed up? Do they take responsibility for their actions? Hell no. What do they do instead? They twist things around. They make it your problem. They say you are exaggerating things, that you are not focusing on my good actions. They become rageful or they give you silent treatment. They do everything except taking responsibility and acknowledging that it was their fault. It is crazy to understand all of this because any sane person in a situation like this would say there is undeniable proof. I cannot be playing them. I just have to face the consequences and that's it. I've been exposed. But that's not what a narcissist does. They fight tooth and nail to prove it is your problem, you have gone crazy, and you are conspiring against them. Let's talk more about this in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Today, we are going to further explore the vastness of a narcissist's crazy mind. We'll talk about 5 things a narcissist does when they know they have messed up. How can they mess up? What am I talking about? Let me give you a couple of examples. In their personal life, for example, they can mess up in taking care of their children. They pretend to be the greatest parent ever, but when it comes to the basics of it, when it comes to helping your child with a project or helping them with an activity or taking care of their meals, of their hygiene, they fail miserably because they are not interested in doing any of it. Then you might ask, why do they fight for custody? It's a competition. It's a battle for them. They have to win it to control you, to give you an injury. Let's say a narcissist works in a company, they are the head of some department. Their responsibility is to take care of all the operations, and that narcissist messes up. Because of that, company faces big losses and everything comes back to them, clearly showing it was their fault. Third example, a narcissistic parent raging at their child, telling them the most horrible things ever, demonstrating who they are and sharing their true intentions. They know they have been exposed. This is what they never wanted to happen, but they now are exposed. In all of these situations, almost all narcissists behave in a similar way. The first thing they do is they act really nice because they know they have done something that will backfire and they cannot escape the consequences. There is proof against them and they can't twist it, they can't change what has been documented, what is in that video, or what is in that trial, or what teachers are saying about them, so on and so forth. There are many things, many factors here to control, which is impossible. So they pull the nice card, hoping that you will just take that as an apology, but they don't apologize. They will be more helpful, they'll try to show up, they'll try to please you, they'll behave in different ways just to placate your ego so that you somehow overlook their mistake and they convince you, oh, it's fine, it was just a mishap, let it go, don't think about it, and think of me as this great guy, great person who only wants the best for us, for this company. Over focus on the nice things that I have done and rest, forget it. Oh, that proof, it says nothing about who I am. I'm this lovely, amazing person. After having discarded you or misbehaved with you, they will re-love bomb you just to get away with their blunders. Response number 2. If playing nice does not help, they rage, yell, and scream. Unnecessarily blame it on you, blame it on the system. Do everything they can, whatever is possible, to turn it around and make you think it didn't happen the way you think it happened. They will forge counter evidence just to show you you are crazy. They will make up things. They will bring in false witnesses just to testify in their favor, further reinforcing the idea that you are blaming them for no fault of theirs. Then they'll have the audacity, the nerve to say, I was being really nice to you. I thought we could solve it. But look at you. You want to turn it into a fight? Okay, let's fight now. Let me show you what it is to be held accountable. Let me tell you this, you are at fault. You have been messing up. It's because of you I was not able to focus on this project. It's because of you I have been cranky lately. I have not been able to attend to our child's needs. It's because of you I acted that way. Because I raised you. I did everything for you. And now you're telling me I am a toxic person? As a parent, I cannot tolerate that. I'll show you your place. And that's why I reacted. You call it a tantrum. It was my rage. It was my anger. What's wrong with that? So that's how they will justify things. How do I know this? Well, I remember my malignant narcissist father advising somebody, a relative of his, to blame one of her relatives, suggested that she should go and lie. Blame that person for having done this. He handed over a list, a mental list. And why did he do that? Just to burden him with blame, just to show others, oh, that person is a liar. That person has no case whatsoever. Look at me. Look at how big of a victim I am, and look at what has been done to me. He would apply the same strategy in his personal life to escape difficult situations. Number three, they openly lie and say the most horrible things about you. This is about running a smear campaign just to isolate you so that nobody believes you, everybody starts thinking about you negatively, and you fail to prove your point. They go around telling people how nasty of a boss you have been, how nasty of a parent you have been, how irreligious you have been as a child, and how you have never fulfilled your obligations. They will cry wolf, or they will rage at you by being angry with them. They pull all these tricks just for one purpose, so that they have more voices standing against you and standing in favor for them. And the crazy thing is, a lot of these voices may be bystanders, may not be narcissists themselves. It is the narcissist who knows how to manipulate the religious or cultural sentiment to gain collective support. It's a very dangerous game to play. They'll tell people things like, you know what? My child's mother or my child's dad does not take care of him or her properly. Because of that, he is now having fevers. You know what? I got reprimanded, I got scolded, or I had to hear a lot of things at his school, at her school, because their mother does not take care of their activities, and it's all on me. How much will I do? Basically, they'll project everything they themselves do onto you to prove you are the person they in reality are. They will take all the credit and even have proof for it. Look at the awards. Look at everything that I have done. See, what does that say about me? Can I ever do this? Of course not. And you will see them lying. They will do it with absolute perfection. Nobody will be able to tell they're making fools out of people and they are lying just to whitewash their image. Number four, they minimize the damage. They could have unalived somebody. They could have caused you a loss of millions of dollars. They could have gotten you thrown out of the community that you lived in. I mean, it could be a blunder, and they'll say, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? It's not a big deal. Come on, we all face losses. We all make mistakes. After all, you still are living. You still are breathing. You are able to find your new home. You are able to restart your business. You're able to move on. That is what you should be grateful for. As crazy as they sound, they will advise you. They will lecture you and morally correct you. They'll say you are being ungrateful. You're focusing on negative things. Be positive. You will be left disgruntled after hearing all of this. You won't be able to say anything out of shock because who says it? You caused me a loss of $1 million. You took away my home from me. I lost custody because of you. I'm suffering and struggling, and you are telling me what I should be doing, that I am overreacting? What kind of a human being are you? That's why I say they're demons. This is what makes them so evil. I have personally experienced it. They will not acknowledge your pain. They won't sit with you and say, you know what, I'm a horrible person. I messed up. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have caused you this kind of harm. I realize it, but I can't do anything about it. I'm here to just help you in whatever way is possible for me. You won't hear those words from them. They'll blame you for staying stuck, for saying, oh, it was a huge loss. Come on, it's just $1 million. You can earn it more, as if it is that easy. Oh, it's just, finding another house. Go. You have to do it. They are able to say it because they didn't lose anything at all. Secretly, they celebrate your downfall and gain sadistic pleasure from lecturing you. This is how nasty and horrible these people are. Number five, and the most frustrating behavior, they will walk around acting as if nothing happened. Let's say they got you fired from your job because they did something with your devices, you lost important data, and now your boss doesn't want to understand that because work matters, and they say, you're out, we're done with you. Instead of letting you grieve it, next morning they'll ask, babe, do you want an omelette? Do you want a cup of tea? What do you want for breakfast? Or do you think we should visit that new restaurant and have dinner there? You'll be left shocked, like dumbfounded. What? I just lost my job, you moron, you sick human being. Because of you, instead of helping me or just somehow giving me support, you want to go out and have dinner at a new place? What's wrong with your head? Where is your empathy? Do you even care? You ask these questions because you assume there's some element of humanity left in them. But when they behave like this, it is proven there is no soul in them whatsoever. The only person they can think about is themselves. Both of my parents displayed this selfish behavior, and to this day, I can tell you I'm nauseated by it. Whenever I think about this level of selfishness, ego centeredness, I almost have a panic attack. Like, how can you be the cause of such great harm and then act like you have nothing to do with it? Then, if you react, you know what happens next. They call you crazy. Basically, you never get any proper closure. You do not get any help. You're on your own. They come in, destroy your life, and then say it's your fault. You did it to yourself. And that's the reason why you're left with so much anger, rage, and you have this desire to seek revenge. That's why I say it's sacred rage. Don't run away from it. Don't call it toxic because you have been juggling with multiple fireballs. Your hands are burnt, and that's why it feels so painful. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. I hope you were able to resonate with a lot of things that I shared today. If you did resonate, let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.